I'm Kayla.
And I'm Christian.
And you're watching What's Her Angle?
Here we strive to elevate you spiritually and practically through meaningful conversations. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
welcome back. We hope
Right.
you guys are feeling incredible. We are so excited to talk to you guys about this tea today.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just get right into it. So today we are going to be debunking the soft life movement, the soft girl movement, the soft life era. I definitely feel this was something that we saw really pop off. I would probably say like last summer. Last summer, a lot of people were starting different journeys, changing up their aesthetic, following behind different influencers and different movements. Everybody was all about the soft life, keeping it easy, like working less so you can play more. Everybody was all about soft life. But now, in a very short period of time, everybody is always talking about what is soft life. Soft life is not something that's realistic. It's not something that most people can relate to, and it's not something that really mirrors what everybody else is doing. And it also can even be a little problematic because I feel, whenever we have people online that are saying, my life is this, my life is this, my life is this, and that's why I'm stress-free, you could be looking at your life, I'm definitely dealing with this stress. I'm definitely, still like working through all of these things. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first thing that we wanted to get into is managing time and realistic expectations. So this is definitely a big thing with the soft girl movement.
It is. So
big. The girls have ample free time, a lot of free time. We see people putting together these lifestyle, content blogs and YouTube videos. We see content creators online having a full week of maintenance. I've seen YouTube videos where girls have said $5,000 maintenance week before a vacation, and they're doing laser, wax, wig, nails, pedicure, facial, all kinds of stuff. And then these things kind of set the standard, like, okay, if I want some self-care, am I going to have to drop a bag on it? If I want some self-care, do I even have time for a trip? Like, we also see a lot of solo travelers, women who are taking trips on their own, doing their own thing, talking about this soft life. When in reality, the average person isn't taking a solo trip. The average person doesn't have the funds to take a solo trip.
It takes so much to take a solo trip.
Yes, like you have to spend more money to get somewhere that's secluded, so you're not gonna be worried, so you're gonna be safe. You want to be kind of out the way, and it's just not something that the average everyday person can get into. Now, of course, a lot of social media movements are based on influencer lifestyle or social media lifestyle, but the soft girl movement, I feel like, really had people feeling a way about being a hard-working woman. I feel like most women work hard, and of course it sounds good to want a soft life and kick your feet up, but that is just not the reality. Especially looking at everybody's schedules, what people have going on, what people want to do, their goals. It ain't no time for a soft life schedule. Like, that's just not gonna happen.
I totally feel like soft life is something that only specific girls can achieve. The girl that maybe had parents that catered to them and bought them their apartment, their luxury apartment, or they have luxury things and they don't have to work too hard. And we find ourselves literally commenting under their TikToks and Instagram posts saying, what do you do for work? And they literally
like,
what do you do for work?
Yes.
Of course, everybody wants to achieve the soft life, work less and play hard and just have all of this free time. And it's just really not achievable, especially when you know that a lot of these people, and like we said, is sponsored, or they doing stuff that you don't want to do.
Let's be real about it.
And it's like, we see all of these things, and it just makes us question, are we not doing enough, or where did we go wrong in life? And I really think that even amplifies, mental health, and it really just makes you feel like you're not doing enough in your life, or you haven't done enough, you haven't achieved enough in a certain time frame, so you can still be young and have a soft life. I even think it makes it's almost like a young retirement in a way. When you think about retirement, you're older, you have free time, you are literally living the life that you wanted to live during your young age. And although I also feel that we should be living our lives in a way that is carefree and stuff, the reality is the society that we live in, when eggs are like $10 right now, I just don't think it's possible. And again, it's just so much that goes into it that we don't see from just social media. We're only looking at one photo or one trip. We are not looking at this person 24 hours a day to see what they're doing and, you know, what they have done or what they're achieving. So it's very hard to achieve these lifestyle expectations, especially when you don't know what it is. And I also feel that soft life is more of just an aesthetic, which, you know, Instagram influencer lifestyle, that is what it's all about. It's just influencing the masses and having them assume that you're doing something so you can be uplifted, put on a pedestal. Yeah. And I definitely think, you know, especially we know who soft life, we know those girls that claim to be soft life. And again, it still stems from the question, what is soft life? It's literally something that people have created to make themselves look like they're having a lifestyle that everybody wants to achieve, but it's really something more sponsored. It's something that women are only able to achieve when they have certain specific like people in their lives that are catering to them, or you know, maybe they have inheritance or something like that. So it's very hard to achieve that.
It's super hard. The average person is not, and I feel like the women who are maybe living a soft life because they have made all of this money and they can't really sit back and kick their feet up, they're not the ones pushing the narrative of soft life. Like, it's everybody else that is making money in all of these ways. And I have seen a lot of girls now talking about these Dubai trips that these women have been taking, where they're literally going to Dubai for free with their friends, and they're basically exchanging sexual favors, doing all kind of crazy, wild sexual stuff when they get there to pay for these trips, essentially. And even in relationships, like a lot of the soft girls that we're looking at, they have rapper boyfriends, athlete boyfriends that are paying for everything. And on the back end, they might be getting cheated on. This person might be on their third mama.
You just never know what's going on behind closed doors.
Going on behind closed doors. And I know for me, like, I have one luxury bag that is my bag that I paid for with my hardcore cash. But ever since getting that bag, like, there was definitely a year where I was like, I don't want to keep wearing the same bag. Like, I need to get another bag. I need to get another bag.
You have,
And I was starting to look and see. I was like,
girl, they wear the same bag.
They're wearing the same bag, and not only that, the bags are fake.
Exactly. DH Gates.
The bags are from DH Gates. The bags have Chinese tags. So I'm sitting like, I need another bag. Girl, I worked hard and paid my card hold cash for my bag at the store. So I don't need to be looking at everybody else like, dang, like I'm not doing enough. I need a different bag. I need to go on more trips. Like, all of that really brings it into perspective, because you don't know what they got going on. You don't know where they got it from, or if it's real or not. And definitely, like you said, going into like the aesthetic, I feel that's definitely a big part about the soft girl, you know, life, like the maintenance, the fillers, like the laser, the, you know, like all of the different things that people step into and get into. And we definitely see our favorite girls getting a lot of different treatments and, you know, getting everything in the works. And that's probably the craziest thing for me, because getting fillers and doing that kind of thing was never a thing for Black women.
It wasn't. And
Kylie Jenner really got us all messed up, because Kylie Jenner really started the trend of getting lip fillers, and it's literally taken everybody by storm. And it literally blows my mind.
I didn't want to do it. And I'm like, why?
It literally blows my mind, because I'm like, this is so crazy. And also, we are so young doing this to our bodies.
Exactly. You don't know when your body's going to mature. You don't have knowledge of that. And I definitely think, you know, I'm going to call her name, Jay Nice. You know, I loved her when she was slim and, you know, she was toned. Like, she had a great booty.
You could tell
she was naturally healthy.
But it gets real.
And then, like, you know, of course, when she actually said, you know, she actually admitted, like, I've gotten things done and I wish I would have waited, because, you know, I have a mature body now. And it's different. It's totally different. And I kind of feel like we don't look at things. We look at just things for the long term. We're looking at right now, and we're just looking at in the moment. And I definitely think we don't actually think about the health that goes behind it, the health implications that may happen, complications that may happen. We don't think about just us as how we would be, how maintenance would be. Like, to me, it's you know, of course, when you are wealthy, maybe you don't think about those things, but you know, because you already know a lot of these things are funded years down the line. But girls that are, you know, people that are regular women who are working, and then they could be in a totally different space 10 years. And now you can't get
fresh BBLs, can't sit down on a plane.
Girl.
We see y'all in the Ubers with the fresh BBL. Like,
and you can't even get that maintenance. You have to keep that up. Like, you really have to keep that up. And, you know, for me, as a Black woman, you know, I definitely was like, I really want my lips bigger. I already have great lips. We Black women, we naturally really have a lot of voluptuous features on us.
Yes.
And, you know, I was even kind of like pulled to even, okay, I would want my lips bigger. But then I look at women who have fillers, and no shade, no tea to them, but it's like, I don't want to look fake. And I think that's what, you know, a lot of people have this problem with, like, do they want to look fake or do they want to look real? And we are straying away from just really idolizing real bodies. Like, our real body is us and naturally us. And I know enhancements make us feel good. You know, if you're a mommy, you know, kudos to you if you went and got a mommy makeover. Like, girl, women are powerful. We should be able to celebrate our bodies, but I also feel like there is some exceptions to that when you already are, when you're young and you know, you really don't have, like, maybe you don't have breasts right now, and then honestly you could go through a growth spurt later in life that, you know, creates breasts, but now you went and put breasts on your body, and it's like, you know, just be okay with where you are in life. And you know, of course, like a here and there, but all in that to say, the aesthetic of soft life is making us spend more money on our appearances, making us go broke on our appearances. And it's like, you can't even get to that soft life because you spent all the money that you could have spent on your soft life or your carefree life. And now you have just tried to become a part of that circle, which is the aesthetic look of it all, is making yourself look like you have a soft life. So there was a TikTok girl, and she literally just talked about how she got into soft life and what that looked like for her. And so one of the things she said was to take care of her appearance. And of course, when you think of taking care of your appearance, you're just like, you know, just little maintenance here and there, you know, maybe getting your hair done, or lashes, nails. You know, she took it further and was like, I went and flew across the country to get my teeth done. She also got some fillers in her cheeks to make her cheekbone a little bit higher, more, you know, prominent. And then she also got some lip fillers. And then that didn't stop there, but you know, that was her like introduction to soft life. She ended up getting her breasts done and also a little bit of a tummy tuck or whatever. But you know, this makes it believe, you know, a lot of people, especially younger women, we believe that we have to look a certain way so we can get into these spaces. And even though it's true, it's so detrimental to our mindset, to the way we look at ourselves, you know. And then we're only looking at it right now for the fun of it all right now, but we're not thinking about, okay, later in life, where would I be? How would this really prepare me to be ready for the later in life? And I really think we should be very careful with how we look at ourselves and how we compare ourselves to other people, because again, you know, it's totally true when a lot of people say they all starting to look the same. It's like literally there's no uniqueness. There's no uniqueness.
It's definitely wild, and I feel like just what you're saying is so true. It definitely makes you feel like, is something wrong with me?
Yeah.
And I feel like the filters on Instagram too, because I remember looking at Instagram filters and make your lips a little bit bigger, make your nose a little bit smaller. I remember looking at my face like, why aren't my lips are small? Which is so stupid. Please, girl, if nobody needs to be saying that, it definitely does not need to be me. Like, it just is so wild that we're so fine with how we look until we see someone else say, this is how to get the luxury lifestyle that you want. And I also think just what you're talking about, like plastic surgery. I love surgery. Surgery is great. Surgery is maintenance. It is a lifelong commitment that you're going to have to make. But if you want to do it, then fine. But I think a lot of these very young women, your body's going to change in 5 years and in another year and another year. So you're going to keep getting lipo or get another BBL or have your breasts done a few times. And every time you go under that knife, you're at more risk for complications. You're at more risk for problems, more risk for issues. And nobody ever sees any of that. Like, Ari just went and got some more surgery. And she online talking about, I just lost some weight. Girl, you know you didn't do that, you know, but regular people see that. And regular people are like, well, is you really losing weight? I mean, what's wrong with me? Why can't I lose weight like that? Or what's my problem? I don't look like that. I've even seen girls going and getting like the Jada moles. Like, she has freckles in her face and like some moles on her lips. People are getting tattooed moles from other people's like signature looks, and people are promoting it like, they want the Jada look. People are coming to get the Jada look. I'm like, This is crazy. Even
this is very
I remember I've been following this young girl on Instagram. I don't know how young she is, but she's an influencer on Instagram, and everybody in her comments is always like, "Girl, you Jada 2.0. You trying to be Jada."
Oh my God, not her. Yeah, I do know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And I went back on that girl's pictures probably to 2013. She's been had that face.
I was about to say she looked the same.
She's been had that face. Jada's gotten her eyes done, her face done, fillers, lips, cheeks, everything. So it's so crazy to see somebody telling a regular, now obviously the girl has like lip fillers, but that's it. She has her eyes, Jada had eye surgery to get her eyes like that. I've had people say Jada's had, I know she has like cheek fillers and stuff like that. So it's like, people will really compare this made up face, this, put together face by doctors to what average women look like. Like, oh, you trying to be the next girl. You trying to be, it's literally insane. It's literally so crazy, what it does as a whole. And I definitely think, even in our career choices, like, I feel there's so much pressure now to be an entrepreneur. Like, I literally remember people talking trash about people who work 9 to 5s. Like, if you have a 9 to 5, you have to ask to get time off. I could never.
Girl.
Like, it's really insane. It's like, what are we gonna do when there's no nurses or
That's
doctors
what I'm saying. Like,
or lawyers?
Everybody can't be an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
Like,
And
everybody
it's not
can't.
for everybody. It's not for everybody because it's very, very, very hard. Like, you're not gonna make money all the time. You're definitely gonna need support. If you don't have support, it's gonna be even harder. I've been working for myself for, it'll be 5 years this year, and it is hard work. And there's been many times where I'm like, it would be so much easier if I was just getting a check every week. Yeah, I wouldn't have the free time, but there's always a sacrifice.
It is.
And when the talk is soft life era, they're never talking about the sacrifices that you make. Like, it's a sacrifice to have to, lay down with people that you might not necessarily love or have feelings with because you want certain things. That makes you feel a way.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice when you have to keep buying fake stuff from here and here and here to keep up appearances. And all your concern is, I have to have the latest thing. I have to have the latest thing.
And it's so stressful thinking about, okay, so how many times have you even looked and said, okay, I want the next biggest purse, I want the next new purse. Even myself, I'm guilty of it. I'm online for hours looking at, okay, so how can I literally came to this consensus literally not too long ago and was saying, I need to change my whole look. And it's like, why?
Why? Why?
And it's of course we all go through phases where we want to evolve and mature our look and stuff like that, but I literally have been pulled, I have to get everything new and I'm gonna throw everything out. And literally it's shop from your closet, girl. You got some cute pieces in there.
Yes,
literally rework that, get some statement pieces and then incorporate the little basics that you have and just do things like that. And it's you have to coach yourself so much to make sure that you're not being so influenced by, people content creators to not literally change up something just because you like how they look and you like the reactions that they receive. And a lot of it is instant gratification. And that's literally what Instagram is, the name is from it. It's from that word. And it's literally just knowing that uniqueness is so important, and being a copy of someone else literally doesn't make you look good. It literally, you have to incorporate some type of personalization into your look and to the things you do, and it really sets the tone for your personal brand. I know a lot of times we don't really talk about personal brand and just being unique and all that, but I think that is so important. That's why a lot of these girls can be influencers, because they have some type of uniqueness to themselves, outside of the fillers, outside of, the luxury lifestyle, some type, a lot of it has to do with personality. They're just a great person to look at. But again, it's being filtered down to the filters that they use on Instagram stories or on their photos. Literally I saw a person say, you can download this app and then it changes. If you don't have makeup on, you don't have a flash on, then, it makes you look like you had a professional photography photo. And all of this stuff just to look good on Instagram, when these people have no clue who you are when you pass by. You have followers that literally will see you and probably never speak to you. Exactly. And it's we're doing this for internet stuff. So, again, it's so hard to get out of that soft girl life. It's hard to get out of that influencer life. It's hard to get out of that. But soft girl life to me is just having freedom to do things as I want, having freedom as a woman to express myself the way I want, either it's through my clothing or the way I look, or me changing my hair, but it has nothing to do with being influenced by what we see as popular anymore. And it took a long time to do that. Even wearing my natural hair, I don't even think I've ever worn my natural hair curly on here at any point. I don't even think so. If it was like maybe one time. And it's just me embracing a lot of more of my naturality of it all. Of course I have makeup on, but like wearing my natural hair, of course I think a lot of Black girls can relate that it's hard to do it, especially if you have kinky hair. It doesn't fit the look. Aesthetic, it doesn't fit the soft life.
Like, I need braids with this look.
I need wig.
I gotta go somewhere and look nice. So exactly. Put a wig on.
And I think a lot of Black girls can definitely relate to how we look and how much care we take into our hair. I love a good wig, because I have one right there in the car that I was about to pop on before this video, but it's a lot of coaching yourselves. And I think Black girls, Black women can relate how we have to really coach ourselves. Like, I look good the way I am. Like, I don't need lip fillers because I already have voluptuous lips. I don't need a booty because, girl, I know I got it in the genetics. Maybe I just need to get into the gym and do a few squats. Of course it's hard. I know that a lot of people just like the instantaneity of it all. Like, they don't want to have to do the hard work, but a lot of these does come with sacrifices. Like you said, a lot of it is sacrifices. Maybe not getting something to go to the gym and like try to tone up, maybe take a year. It's hard. I've been in the gym forever, and it's like, you have to kind of, it's a growing process. And I think a lot of us can understand, especially with our hair, it's a process to love. It's a process to love the process and to really just enjoy. Okay, I'm here right now, but I know maybe in 2 years I'll be totally somewhere different. And it's like, you have to work that into your soft life. The ruggedness is what really kind of forms you to have a softer lifestyle in the future. It's like, I went through this to get to here, and like that's why I'm so happy and so proud and confident in myself. And that's why I have this aura to myself, is because I've been through so much and I've had to go through that learning process for myself.
Yeah, and I definitely think that is what really, just like I said, the people who have busted their ass, made the money, even if they did get an inheritance and invested it for the soft life, it is hard work. It is hard work to have a life of relaxation, and it's always going to, come with some type of sacrifice. Even if you're getting work done, you have to physically heal over and over again. You have to deal with that. You have to deal with going back every couple of years to get work done again. And we're both, knocking on 30. So it's crazy that we're talking about loving ourselves and appreciating ourselves and learning to do that when there are so many women who are 24, 25, who already had their body done. They've already, done A, B, C, and D. They've already built this platform. And when you're trying to appear with the soft life, you're probably working harder than everybody else to make sure you're staying on top of this and doing this and doing this. And we see all of these horror stories about things that go wrong. Just across the board, like it really pays to be independent these days. It pays to be able to take care of yourself, and it definitely pays to love on you. And if you want to add to yourself, then do it because you feel it will make you happy. And some people it does make happy. I've seen girls though who have had BBLs and they've done a video and said, I'm still not happy. I still feel depressed. And I've also seen women who say, I'm more confident, I travel more, I love my life more. So it's all dependent on who you are, but you have to make that decision for you. And even me, like I used to, and you know this, I used to not go like a couple weeks without getting my lashes done. I would literally get my lashes done every couple weeks, because if they weren't done, I would literally feel like there's something missing. I don't look good. Even, me wearing my natural hair. Like I remember I went on a date probably a couple months ago. I did not have my nails done. I did not have my lashes done. And my hair was straightened. I literally slicked my hair back and put it in like a little claw clip. And I felt so beautiful and fine and grown. I was like, I cannot believe and mind you, I'm 27. I'm going to be 28 this year. I had never stepped out the house like that, going to a dinner, going to a date, going somewhere. Like, you might run out the house like that to the grocery store. But literally going out in your natural space, it might seem like such a small thing. But as Black women, especially women growing up today, I remember going to college and doing a full face of makeup every day for college because I did not want anybody to see me without my makeup on. So going on a date and feeling beautiful and feeling like incredible without all of the extras really does change how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
And it makes all the difference. And it is a little cringy at first. Like, you definitely have to get
you
used
have to kind of learn it.
But once you do, it's like, wow. I don't ever have to worry about a wig because I'm good with what's on my head. I don't ever have to worry about, you know, having lashes, because even if I don't, I'm going to be beautiful. Like, I used to stress so much. Like, oh my God, I'm going out this weekend. My lashes ain't done. How am I going to get, like, seriously, like, you be so stressed about keeping up an image and looking how you look, like, going out and not getting no pictures. Oh my God, I can't believe I need to get pictures. Like, it's so stressful worrying about all of that.
And like feeling like you can't even take photos because you don't like how you look or you don't like something. And I totally just get it, you know. And I think Black women especially, we aim for perfectionism, and it's something that really stresses us out a lot of times, you know, because we have to think about our lashes, we have to think about our hair, you know. I literally, before we filmed and like, you know, for today, I'm like, what am I gonna do with my hair? Like, you know, I didn't touch my hair last night, and you know, I'm gonna have to figure it out. You know, am I gonna wear this? And I'll put, you know, slick it back. Then I'm gonna have to.
Why do I have to be all slick back and pressed down, you know,
just,
to feel acceptable?
And it's like, you know, just go as you are, and that's the learning process. It's just loving where you are. Like, you know, maybe I don't have nails on, you know, I like getting nails, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world, you know. And I definitely think that there and that is, you know, what truly soft life is. You know, it's just loving wherever you are. Like, if you got no nails on, okay, that's fine. Like, no one's gonna say, girl, your nails look horrible. Like, you know that you get them done. You know that you keep yourself up and you know, like, because you want to do it. It's not because of anybody's gaze. It's just because you love doing these things. And if you love that, then I feel like that's what your definition of soft life is. Not what somebody else says.
Not the
soft
validation.
Life. Not the validation, not the aesthetic that people have polarized at this point. Is what you think it is. And it's like how soft life truly makes you feel. And it should be inner self, inner goodness, inner peace, you know, and having just loving on yourself. And that's what we think it is. And we hope that this message kind of like puts in perspective for you what soft life is, how we debunked soft life, and how you can debunk soft life for your own self. And it really puts in perspective just learning you and learning how to love yourself even more, especially going to February, where this is the month of love. And you know, it's not even about loving on relationships or loving on friends like Valentine's Day. It's really loving on yourself and loving who you are. And so we hope that this tea really helped you, and we are so excited to be back. We took a few weeks off, and you know, it was much needed to give you a great message and just a great opportunity to connect with you even further. So we are so excited to get back on track with everyone. We want to hear in the comments below what soft life means to you. Have you embraced soft life in your own personal image, or is it something that you still struggle with? And we are more than happy to talk a little bit more about that in the future. But we are so excited to connect with you again, and we hope that you all have a wonderful month. Bye, ladies.